This is an FIE Composer 2.0 help video. The general topic is the person, and this specific video is about the head and neck. So we'll just head out to Composer here where I've already got a person set up, and we'll move to the head and neck manipulation, which is the bottom here. And this is probably the simplest of all the controls. There's sort of one point of control, but it has two modes. The modes are head and neck. So we'll start with just the head here. As you might imagine, the rotator does the usual thing of rotating around the, as if there were a pole going straight into the screen and rotating around that pole. And likewise, the position controller sort of turns left and right when you move left and right, and sort of tilts up and down when you pull it up and down. Again, this doesn't seem to make sense until you get your hands on it, and then it's actually quite intuitive. But what you may notice is that as we technically rotate the head from the correct anatomical position from which a head rotates, it kind of messes the neck up. And you might sort of say that that's a skinning problem, but really first it's a reality that the head doesn't move on its own. So if we double tap it, we get the neck control, and we can rotate the neck from its base, which is more akin to how a neck actually moves. Basically, anytime you sort of move your head around into a new position, you're going to need to manipulate the neck to mirror that in a way that makes it feel correct, which is how your body actually moves. Your head usually does not actually move isolated from your neck completely. So we've provided both of those, and you just double tap on the control to get to one or the other. As you may have seen in the video on just sort of managing poses and partial poses, I actually like to maintain just a set of head and neck poses in my local library for up, down, left, right, and forward as just a starting point, because you start to realize pretty quickly as you work with the head and neck that you're sort of doing the same pose over and over and over again, and it's a little, it's a little bit annoying, and it would be nice to just have those basic starting points, and then if you really need to tweak the eye line, you can just tweak it just a little bit once you've got the camera in the right place where it just needs a little bit of a tweak. But that's a way that I tend to like to work, is starting with some base poses that I've sort of saved off to make life easier, and then just tweaking the head to get the eye line just right. That's really it. There's nothing else to the head and neck. As I said, it's probably the simplest part of the rig to work with. So that's all we've got here.